All right, all right, all right. Welcome back to the Kriner Scoop. It's been quite a minute, um, but I dropped a little teaser trailer on here in my Instagram a couple weeks ago that I was doing a UFL video. And for those who don't know, that means the United Football League. The only league where you can smoke a cigarette during an off-season practice and still make the team, and also the only league where you as a fan can cause real change by throwing lemons on a football field when the stadium takes your traditions.
Lemons are coming on the field. What this crew is upset about, they make a beer cup snake out of their empty beer cups, and the stadium security took it away from them, so now the fans are revolting.
So, without further ado, welcome back to the United Football League coverage introduction for those who don't know what it is ahead of the kickoff, Friday, March 27th. Hopefully I beat that kickoff. I'm usually pretty late, but we'll see what happens this year. I don't know. There's my dog, Ellie. She's in the mix. So yeah, it's Kriner Scoop Sports. So let's go. Roll the trailer. Players got
Here I am. Yeet!
Okay, so as of this recording, I am on the UFL.com, and the countdown to kickoff is 20 hours, 41 minutes, and 0 seconds. Well, now it's 20 hours, 40 minutes, and 56 seconds, and so on and so forth. And what do you need to know? Well, let's just take it game by game. So there's 8 teams. How about we start with that? And a lot of them are new. This whole league's pretty new, actually. It's been around for like 3-ish years, 4-ish years. Kind of depends, because there are 2 different spring leagues. You've got your XFL, most commonly known for folding multiple times. Also known for being around in the 2000s with Vince McMahon. And then that folded. And then it was around with Andrew Luck's dad, who I guess dabbles in football leagues. And that folded. I think because of COVID, that partially. And now we have the 3rd iteration, started by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You may have heard of him from such flicks as Skyscraper. Probably that one, if I were to guess. And Danny Garcia. And that was pretty decent. People liked that one. But it had some troubles of their own. Meanwhile, on the other side, we had the USFL. First iteration around the 1980s. The current president, Donald Trump, was involved in that. And it folded. And then it came back in like 2021. Now it's like the 2nd iteration. And it is most commonly known for being the most, longest running successful modern spring league. Also, probably the most boring. As I write this, I'm trying to think of all the teams in the USFL, and all I remember are the Birmingham Stallions. I remember my New Orleans Breakers, but they folded, which is another common theme throughout these spring leagues. You know how like players come and go in the NFL, and like you get attached for a while, but you know they're gonna leave? Well, we have that in the UFL, but instead of players, well, we have those, but we also have teams. You never know what's going to happen. The team you love, they'll probably be gone tomorrow. It's happened to many of mine. My Vegas Vipers, my Tampa Vipers, my New Orleans Breakers, my Atlanta Legends, if we're counting the AAF, which I am. Yeah. what were we talking about exactly? The league? Oh yeah. So, anyways, let's just talk about the games. So tomorrow we kick off Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. Mark your calendars. We've got the Birmingham Stallions and the Louisville Kings. So let's go over their history a little bit. Birmingham Stallions. They are the best modern spring football team, and it's not really up for debate. In the USFL, they won every year before the merger, and then they even won the first year post-merger, I think. I believe. Yeah, they're really good. They did just lose their longtime coach, which could be a big deal because, I mean, he was part of the reason they were so good. But they always have a good situation at quarterback. They run deep. I think they're going to roll with Matt Corral, former third-round draft pick of the Carolina Panthers. So, yeah, they're always formidable. And they are up against, and they're from Birmingham, Alabama. So they're always collect a good litter of former Alabama players, which does them pretty well, I imagine. And they're up against the Louisville Kings, who are most known for probably being like a sleeper agent for DraftKings promotion, because their logo kind of looks like it. But yeah, they are playing in Louisville. And this game's at home for them, so yeah, we'll see what Louisville's all about. They're a brand new team this year. Oh, we should talk about why they're a brand new team. So, had some new ownership come into the UFL. So, like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Danny Garcia, the USFL people. I never really know who they were. I just kind of Fox owned them. So it was like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Danny Garcia, Disney owned XFL, and then Fox owned the USFL. So now it's like a conglomeration of like Fox, Disney. I don't know. But anyways, this new guy hopped in, and he's very loud, very brash, but he's very like passionate apparently. So we're all anxious to see what his iteration of spring football is going to be. But anyways, he dumped some old teams, most notably probably the Michigan Panthers, who just had a very strong showing last year, and like their fan base was actually growing year over year, most notably. But they just got the boot, presumably because they can't afford the rent at Ford Field, which is where they were playing, same place as the Lions. Whole bunch of drama. But anyways, that's game one. Game two, it's going to be Saturday, March 28th at 12 p.m. And who do we have? We have the DC Defenders and the St. Louis Battlehawks. So the thing about DC, they're most known for their fans having a beer snake at every home game, where after every beer cup a fan drinks, you stack it on the cup at a certain section of the fan, it snakes up. And they're very proud of it. They always seem to make a pretty big snake. They also have a thing with lemons where they throw lemons in protest if the snake is ever threatened to be taken away. So I like that about them. They're actually my current team. They just won last year's championship. So, wow, we're returning champs, which is pretty awesome to say. I was really happy they won last June. Maybe it was July, last summer. It's very exciting. Exciting time to be a Defenders fan. Our quarterback, Jordan Ta'amu, is back. I think we have our coach back. We are in good shape. But we are up against a formidable challenge because we are playing at the St. Louis Battlehawks, the best fan base in the UFL. They regularly pull like 35,000-ish fans, which is just ridiculous for a spring football game. Like, that's definitely over like twice as much as the Defenders have ever pulled, like easily. And that's not even like giving it justice. And they I don't know who they're wheeling out these days, but they always have a good team. You can bet on that. Speaking of betting, the next game is Saturday, March 28th, and we have the Houston Gamblers and the Dallas Renegades. They're calling it the Battle of Texas on the homepage of the UFL website, so they're hyping this one up. And they're doing that because they got rid of the other Texas team, which was Houston, I think. No, wait, no, Houston's here. San Antonio. Yes, the Brahmas are gone. So now we got the Dallas Renegades, who Dallas wasn't Arlington before, but then before that they were the Dallas Renegades. But I think they were playing Arlington still. So that's the Battle of Texas is going on. Choose your side. I pick the Renegades are probably going to win. They have a better team. I think they got Louis Perez, great quarterback. He's a legend. Maybe even the best to ever do it in Spring Football League. That might be a bold claim, but in the modern Spring League, yes. In our last game, Sunday, March 29th, primetime, 8 p.m. on ESPN, the Columbus Aviators versus the Orlando Storm. Both brand new teams. Don't know what to expect. I think the Columbus team's a lot of former Michigan Panthers players, so they'll probably be good. The Orlando Storm's a bunch of former, I would probably guess, Memphis Showboats, which is a team that folded players. But I don't really know. But that's on ESPN. Let's see, where are the other games at? Whoa. The Birmingham Stallions, Louisville Kings is on Fox, 8 p.m. Friday, March 27th. DC Defenders, St. Louis Battlehawks is Saturday, March 28th at 12 p.m. on ESPN Eastern Time. And the Houston-Dallas Battle of Texas game is Saturday, March 28th, 4 p.m. on Fox. So we've got 2 games on Fox, 2 games on ESPN. So that's pretty cool. I feel like I should also mention that the Stallions, they're like the DC has the lemon and the beer snake fan thing. The Stallions, they all take their shirts off and like throw their shirts around. So I don't know what the other traditions are. Let me know in the comments if you know other fan traditions. But yeah, that's really all you need to know. I wish I could tell you more about the players. I guess the big names that I've already mentioned, Matt Corral, Louis Perez, Gavin DeGraw performing at the Columbus home opener. Yeah, that's all you need to know. There's a good chance those two are going to end up in the championship, actually. So I guess that's my prediction. There's no conferences. It's 8 teams. They all play against each other. So yeah, Stallions, Renegades. Book it. And keep up throughout the season. We're going to learn more and more about these players. If that interests you, go ahead and, subscribe. Stick around. We're going to learn more. We're going to learn about the Orlando. What's going on with the Storm? Who plays there? We're watching you. Okay, anyways. Thanks for watching another episode of Kriner Scoop Sports on the Kriner Scoop channel. I'm excited to get back in front of the camera. I know I've been not doing that. I've been kind of throwing out a lot of garbage. So thanks for sticking around. It's about to turn around. You just wait. Alright. Have a great day, evening, morning. And keep scooping.